I think it's something that you've got to be all in with. You know, it's obviously there's a lot of ideas out there and people have ideas, but to truly bring it to life and see it through, you need to live and breathe it.
I'm here to meet Andrew Weinman, the founder of Happly, at one of my new favourite spots, Common Supply. It's Bondi's go-to for all things health. Let's go check it out.
Hi, how are you? Lovely to see you. Likewise.
Would you like to grab a coffee?
Absolutely, that sounds great.
So Andrew, tell me about Happly. What is it that you actually offer?
Happly is a moving platform comprising each of these sort of fundamentals of a move, from removalists to cleaners, packers, utilities connections, garbage disposal, address updates and so forth, all happening under one roof, wrapped in a digital bow. So taking the historic problem of moving into the 21st century and enabling our customers to, in a sense, conquer the planning of their move in literal minutes.
Wow. So what made you look at something as stressful as moving and think, I can fix that?
It's certainly from experience. I mean, moving sucks, right? And, you know, I love a challenge and just thought, you know, it was a great opportunity there, you know, to give it a red hot go.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, tell me, what's harder? Moving house or building a startup?
I certainly don't want to undermine the difficulties with moving house. Obviously, in saying that, you know, the premise for Happly's existence is to really shift the paradigm in the way people think about and ultimately move, and I'd like to think we've gone a long way to solving that. But in saying that, certainly building a startup, you know, the amount of energy that goes into it, and you know, all the ups and downs, and you know, living and breathing it and so forth, you know, certainly been a massive undertaking.
Do you think you could have done this without a partnership like Hyper?
No, I don't. I mean, the reality is businesses like this and bringing them to life, you know, there's a whole army of people that are a part of that and have been by my side, and Hyper have certainly been an integral part of that team and you know, where we've got to thus far.
So tell me, how did Hyper help you take this from idea to execution?
I think most notably, you know, they had a skill set that I personally was lacking. Obviously, you know, I had the idea, but, you know, personally hadn't had a background in tech as an example. And given they have, you know, a very well-established success formula that they've built and obviously refined over time, there were, you know, a range of elements that I was able to tap into to plug, you know, the holes that I had, or at different times the company had, you know, to assist us on our journey.
It to being the booking.com but for moving. So what does that look like in practice?
I think just having a very intuitive customer experience for our customers, taking all the friction out of it and enabling them really just to click buttons and get things done, avoid the call centres and so forth. You know, people are busy, you know, people like to be doing things, whether it's on their smartphones or their iPads and so forth. And we've enabled them, you know, to organise their whole move, you know, really at the click of a button.
So from your experience, what advice would you give to others who are wanting to take the leap?
I think it's something that you've got to be all in with. You know, it's obviously there's a lot of ideas out there and people have ideas, but to truly bring it to life and see it through, you need to live and breathe it. And that resonates across the board, whether it be with investors, with partners, with, you know, the team that you're building. I would say that, you know, you just have to make that leap and make it your own and just give it everything you've got.
What's been one of the biggest things you've learned about yourself along the way?
I think in my case, you know, I've got two young boys, you know, beautiful boys at home and a loving wife, and it's really just reinforced, you know, what, you know, being a father and being a husband and the drive and tenacity that gives you, I think has been, you know, quite valuable in this experience, because, you know, there's certainly an amount of resilience and so forth that's needed, and, you know, having them on my mind and really why I'm doing this has, you know, played a major part.
So what is the experience that you want for your customers?
I think we just want to change the way people are moving and really deliver an outstanding experience, and actually just take the stress, you know, the headaches out of it, and, you know, just change the way they think about moving is really important to us.